favorite wife of Emperor Octavian Augusta, managed to pull the strings of secret palace politics for almost 70 years, built a multi-method cunning combinations, and yet all the time remained in the shadows. No direct evidence of her intrigues were not. It was different from other noble intriguers involved in various scandals. Augustus fell in love with her as soon as he saw her. She conquered him not only beauty, but also deep intelligence. He forced Livia to divorce her husband and married her. He did not stop even her pregnancy. The Romans later ironized, "The lucky ones even have children born in 3 months." All 52 years of happy marriage, she skillfully manipulated her husband, and he did not care about her, and apparently feared her great intelligence, because before every conversation with her made an outline of the conversation. And Livia, as a very wise woman, indulged all his whims. She looked through her fingers at her husband's love affairs and gave him gifts, supplied young slave girls. She had a goal, to make Tiberius, her son from her first marriage, heir to the throne. This aspiration was subordinated to all her actions. All significant events in the family of Augustus occurred as if under the guidance of someone invisible, but strong hand. But the Romans have a saying, "Who benefits?" And the benefit was Livia. The ancients cautiously attribute it to the death of several relatives, which Augustus declared the heirs, or was going to do so. The husband of Julia, the emperor's daughter, died of disease. The same physician cured the elderly princeps of the same disease, but the young man could not. Livia sent the physician. Because of her intrigues, Augustus quarreled with his best friend and colleague Marcus Agrippa, whom he also assumed to be his successor, but he died of illness, as if himself, although here again not everything is not so clear. Then the victim of intrigue became, and Julia, although her lecherous behavior itself, set up. Livia so painted her adventures that the angry father was going to execute her, but was limited to exile. One after another die grandsons of the emperor, and he has nothing left but after urgent entreaties from his wife to adopt Tiberius and make him heir. Augustus, as if cornered, left no choice. He appreciated the business qualities and organizational skills of his stepson, but also knew about his shortcomings. Talked about Tiberius in a way that leaves Rome in his gloomy and slowly chewing jaws. Augustus was quite sad about it, worried about the death of those dear to him, and thought of another option and changing his will. But somehow he passed away successfully. Of course, he was already 76 years old, and good health he was not distinguished, but some Roman historians write, Livia fed him poisoned dates. Again, though, there is no proof. Tiberius has not yet had time to officially become the head of state, as was killed the last competitor, the only remaining grandson of Augustus Agrippa Posthumus, and as a finishing touch, the death of Julia, who was in exile. Livia achieved her goal. Her son became emperor, but it did not bring her much happiness. Tiberius did not allow the cunning mother to spin himself as Augustus. Between them, there was a serious spat, and several years until her death, they did not communicate. And when she died, her son didn't even come to the funeral.